Well, I suppose some people could call it junk, it was other people's treasure, so that's what it was. It was just a barn find.
Something. Yeah, I can see it there now. So, hello everybody. My name is Farmer Phil. We're here at Father Phil. Vintage Thursday is back with a bang. We are here and we are going to look at 2 vintage tractors for today to make up for not having them for the last while. And I was hoping to do this video where we'd be actually moving and doing something with them, but the slurry season is in full tilt and we're just not getting
10:30.
Yeah, we're just not getting time to do these things. The workshop and loft has pretty much come to a standstill, and partially because we're so far away from home working, it's just by the time the commute is a killer. But when we get closer to home, hopefully we'll be able to get back into the workshop and get finished up.
They're good jobs, they're worth travelling for.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just unfortunately not going to do what I wanted to do. But anyways, Vintage Thursday, here we are. What are we looking at, Father Phil?
You're looking at a Nuffield Universal. An M4.
M4.
It'd be its official term. How long have we it? 10 years.
Oh, I remember bringing it back anyways.
You were sick as a pig. So
yeah. Oh, that was a rough ferry crossing.
As you know, the first tractor that I had bought was a Nuffield.
Yeah.
So I have a fierce soft spot for the Nuffield. Always wanted a TVO.
Yeah.
Very, very rare in this country. Practically non-existent.
Yeah.
It's what they call a side valve engine.
Right.
So there's no valves at the top of the head.
Right.
They're in the side of the block.
Right.
Flat top piston, flat top head, with a mag. Here's a magneto.
On the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're helping convert it to a coil, which gives you a slightly stronger spark. But she has a mag. She was a very, very old tractor.
Yeah.
With the serial number, it's somewhere in 47 or 48.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure, but it's somewhere in that category. Was running, you just stand to listen to it.
Yeah.
We brought it to a few. There used to be a Harvest Festival committee here, and there was a few days we run a reaper and binder with it.
Yeah.
It has the lift arms are there, but they never were on it. I bought it off a man in Devon, off eBay.
Yeah. The red clay country.
God bless eBay, and red clay country, definitely.
Yeah. I remember everything was red. The Jeep was red. The tray, everything got red out of it.
He had a vast collection of Nuffields.
Yeah.
He probably had in excess of 50 diesel Nuffields.
Yeah.
This was the only TVO one he had.
Yeah.
And he couldn't wait to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Because he didn't like the TVO Nuffield. He just a collection of I think he had near enough every diesel Nuffield variant there was.
Yeah.
He advertised it on eBay. I bought it. We contacted him, and it took us a couple of weeks to organise going over. And we went over the Jeep and trailer.
Yeah.
Took us 3 days. We made
a trip out of it. It was most of our holidays when we were younger was always going over to pick up something.
As Mammy says, it was just an excuse to get away. It was a small holiday. You went to an adventure park the first day.
Crowley was.
Yeah, we left it was Sunday morning. I think we left here really early Sunday morning, and we drove down to Taunton Sunday night. We got to Taunton Sunday night, and then Monday you spent the day in an adventure park.
Yeah.
And we picked it up Monday evening.
Yeah.
And we started back, and we're back here Wednesday night.
Oh, all I remember was the sea crossing. Rosslare.
It was in March.
Snow. There was There was snow on the way home. The sea crossing. You were looking. You were looking at the sky. You were looking at the sea. You were looking at the sky.
And then you were looking at your dinner.
Yeah, and I actually remember. Eric was with us and he was feeling sick, and I was asked to bring him to the toilet. So I brought him to the toilet, just got inside the door, bleh, everywhere.
The whole boat was sick.
The whole boat was sick. It was awful rough. And then I told a crew member that there was sick inside the door, and I could just see her face going, oh jeez. And yeah, it was rough.
And then he comes back and he tells us Eric was sick. Big revelation, you know.
Yeah.
The big brother, you know. But anyway, get back to what we're on about the Vintage Thursday. It the story your man told me, I like to have a little bit of history of what we buy if we can.
Yeah.
And the story your man told me with that one was, it was a part of a pair of Nuffields. Actually no, one was a Fordson and one was a Nuffield. With the other one had, both of them, that even could have had a winch on it at one stage. I think it actually had the winch on it and he took it off it. It was on an estate.
Yeah.
For pulling out timber.
Yeah.
And half axis was cut.
Yeah.
Here, as I was saying on the previous video, these shafts stuck out a lot, maybe 4 or 6 inches on the centre. They were actually cut very, very crudely.
Yeah, you can see how rough it is.
Very crude. That's an old rim. The way the lugs is on that rim, it's ancient.
Yeah.
Look at the way the nuts is. But we used it. Yeah, we used it at a couple of harvest festivals. It never was painted. We never done anything with it. Unfortunately, we were going to bring it to a Patrick's Day parade here, and the morning of the parade, it developed a knock in the engine.
Yeah.
I think it has run a big end bearing.
Yeah.
We're not 100% sure. She's an old crank. Crank is to one side. That it's somewhere in the late 40s.
Yeah.
That tractor, NTT 964, is the registered number of it. But when that was running, oh, it was just, and it pulled seriously well. When you let your foot up off the clutch, the engine just wouldn't die back. It grunted into what it was doing. It run on straight paraffin, all day long.
Yeah.
Super yoke. It's one of the things that have to get done. Look, life has been just so busy here. Hasn't got any simpler.
No.
When you're out doing a video at 10:30 at night, definitely something seriously wrong here now. Something seriously wrong. Belt pulley.
Belt pulley on it.
Pretty basic. Runs very well. Probably will paint it. I'm undecided. We have to get the sump off and get a look at that engine.
Yeah.
Check the crank out. She's probably on her original tyres. On the front ones anyway, definitely. The back ones I'm not so sure about. But oh no, I love that tractor.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that tractor. That tractor runs, when it was running, it runs serious. The way when the knock came into it, we just stopped. It straight away.
Yeah.
We thought maybe it could have been a timing issue, but it's not. There definitely is a tipping in the dog coming.
The dog coming down the loft after having a crap.
You better not have. Are you trying to be funny? I'll make you clean it up.
Not my dog.
Not mine either. But yeah, lovely. Just the unladen weight of it was written on the bonnet.
You can just about see UV 2.
Yeah, 2 ton.
2 ton.
100 weight.
100 weight.
No quarters.
No quarters. Yeah.
So that was written like that was. You thought that's before metric tons.
Metric tons. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't.
100 weight. That's
Yeah.
the way it is.
Yeah. You can't just see it. There's more writing on top of it then.
With something without.
Barely able to see it there.
Something without.
Yeah.
Something else anyway. But it was supposed to be in an estate, that's what your man told me.
Yeah.
He bought it out of the estate. Now maybe it never started his life in that estate or not. I don't know. He had it a while.
Yeah.
He had it a good while. But he took the winch off it, or maybe there was a mate of his took the winch off it.
Something along them
he
lines.
ended up with it. We would overbought it. We have it 10, 11 years now.
Yeah. Hasn't been running in. It's a good while now since the.
It's probably 5 years since it's running.
Yeah, it's a good while now since the big end went.
The Farmers Festival Days was a great day for the likes of that to get it out.
Yeah.
And more people when I'd be driving that had come over to me and saying, don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
Just leave it. You can't buy that look. It's very, very original. Now, she's wet there tonight because of the way the condensation is in the shed. Everything is dripping tonight. It's just a change in the weather.
Yeah. Well, them wet evenings. So anyways, we'll move on to the next one. And just, I know some of you are going to say our lighting setup isn't is very extravagant. It's as I was saying, you can see you can see the light is installed up there. Just
not going to come in here now.
Yeah, just didn't get that far. And as always, videos are made just as they are needed. So anyways, we'll move on.
He says to me when we're getting out of the Jeep 25 minutes ago, he says, we'll lay a bit now. He says, I need a video for Thursday.
Which is tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're some boy, huh?
I picked it up from the best.
Yeah, you tripped across it. Anyway, yes, what do we say about this?
The E27N.
This is an E27N. By the serial number 1947.
Yeah.
Low gear, not a high gear.
Low gear.
There was
What's
two
that
types.
mean?
There was one that was quite fast on the road, which was called a high gear.
Yeah.
And then there was one which is basically a standard one, which is a low gear.
Right.
This is a low gear one. Now, if that's Bertie going up for a crap,
It's not Bertie going up for a crap.
you were going to be cleaning that up.
Bertie!
I'm telling you.
There he is. Look, Bertie wasn't up the stairs at all.
That's the 100 buck. As any E27 owners will know, the clutch pedal is on the other side.
Oh, clutch is on the brake side.
Yes. There's your format there.
Right.
Clutch pedal is on this side, brakes is on that side.
Yeah.
I suppose you could say it was before.
The standardised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose we had it running.
Yeah, I remember
Yes,
you
we
put
had
it.
it running.
No, I'll just walk up the side now, just to show you what condition it is in. It was running in this condition, minus a few bits with welding rods on it.
Yeah, we had the tank taken off, and that got in there, but anyway.
Birds.
No, it's our keys off the ash trees. That pipe comes off anyway. So, we had it running. Run quite well.
Yeah.
Very hard started, but didn't. Very hard to know when that was started before.
Yeah, because it's as you can see, it's in prime condition.
I suppose you want the story behind it.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah. Before I bought this one, I probably was about 2008, 2009. Went over to England for a bit of a holiday. I always loved going to England. Absolutely adore going to England. It's just tillage.
Tillage.
We like to do
Machinery.
Machinery. It goes hand in hand. We decided to go over. Well, I decided. Mammy came along. We went to the vintage auctions in Cambridge.
Yeah.
Just for a walk around. We're walking out by a stand, and there was a lad, and he had pictures up on the back of his stand, here and there, and there was a picture of this barn find.
Yeah.
Literally pulled out of the barn. It's probably just in the same state. I took the tank off it. Tank is
Yeah,
actually,
the tank is over.
tank's over there. Tank
Or no,
needs to
it's upstairs.
Oh.
We put
Oh, you
it
have it
off.
upstairs
No, it's over there. The propeller agitator's on it.
be- yeah. Barn find.
Yeah.
And I says, what's the story with these? I kind of always wanted one. I'd like to get a Ford Model N or the one before that.
Yeah.
As well. But
Is it green paint?
well, they were blue.
So you can just see the
But
paint
There's no paint. It's
or whatever that
there's a
is.
bit of the red of the Fordson.
And the red of the Fordson still on
Kind
it.
of, it could be kind of a greenish paint. There was a man that was dealing in, shall we say, vintage
Yeah.
stuff. Bought the contents of a barn and didn't realise what was in the barn until he went to clean it out.
Yeah.
And this was under the contents of the barn. So he was down in, he was in Devon as well. He was a good journey from Cambridge, so we were doing a lot in the next day. And we went down, we rang him up, and good old drive down. Sure, look, get into a car, it doesn't really matter. And we went down and bought it.
Yeah.
And then we made another holiday out of it,
Going to pick it up.
going to collect it
I
up.
remember going to pick it up.
It was a nice out run. It was something I was to get in and get done, but look, we had a lot of things going on here, and Luke wasn't with us for a while, and we just couldn't do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things. But it's all intact.
Yeah, all the
It's
bits,
there.
all the bits
There's no
is there.
crack. She's not cracked. And we had her running, and we have a great spark in it. I have a brother that's very, very handy with old mags, and he took the mag off it and went off and done a bit of a job on it and come back. And she has got the ring gear teeth
Yeah.
on the flywheel.
Right.
Some of them had the starter hole, but nothing on the flywheel for a starter. So
Right.
there can be a starter put on it.
Oh right. Oh, that's why that's there. That's where a starter will go.
That's where your starter goes. But it's a special starter there because that's immersed in oil.
Yeah.
There's no oil pump in that engine.
Right.
She's what's called a drip. He's going up now.
No, he's not. He's coming to see what's going on. Look at him. That right, Bertie? That right? Another talk.
I'm telling you, if he does it up there, it'll be trouble. Anyway, that was it. It's them tyres we moved earlier was kind of, we got them for it, so a few things, but steering was in bad condition. I got a steering for it. Look, we picked up a lot of stuff here and there. We had it running. It was very hard started, but it did run.
Yeah.
There's not much else I can say about it.
Yeah, it's just one of them many projects around the place.
Well, you see, I bought a project every year.
Yeah. and just didn't finish
You're
a
just
project.
lucky we have all these projects.
Didn't finish a project any year.
Well,
The 35X is the only one they ever got done.
well, that
Or
was,
sorry, it's not 35X.
well, the
We've established
35
the
that you thought was an
It's a
X.
35. I have to keep reminding myself that.
Yeah.
So look, anyways, that's really it. There's not much else to say about the Fordson, though. As you can see, it is.
It's still a barn fine.
Yeah, nothing really changed.
We never washed it, we never done anything with it.
It runs.
It runs.
It runs.
It has a lift.
Yeah, that's what I was
some of
looking at. 3 point.
Yeah,
3 point Lincoln done.
and a pulley. It's quite unusual with some of them tractors of that age. Like that one is definitely 1947, and it would be unusual for it to have had a lift.
Yeah.
Most of them would have been made just for either towing. It has a PTO shaft as well.
Yeah.
I even seen them without PTO shafts.
Yeah.
Just out of a belt pulley.
The belt pulley
some
on
way
that
towing.
on that side there.
And she's the belt pulley.
Front
We
of
actually
that.
had it hooked. We had it hooked up to the 35 with the belt pulley.
Yeah.
And the spark plugs off of it. And we had run for a half an hour one evening to get the oil all up into it.
Recirculating.
The brake was ripped off it for some reason. The brakes came out in not on the half shafts, but on a small butty shaft.
Well, that's what that shaft is sticking out
I think
there.
the seal must have been gone. We have all the bits. Your man had all the bits belonging to it. It was just in the shed. He told me that the man that owned it, it was his wife that sold him the contents of the barn.
Yeah.
And he never sold that, and when he bought another tractor, he just parked the last one, and there was a few tractors
in the
but
shed.
he didn't realise this one
Was in there.
was in the pile of, well, I suppose some people could call it junk, 'cause it was other
Scrap.
people's treasure, so that's what it was. It was just a barn find. Actually, there's the original, that whole
Yeah, the whole
there's a
wavy
special
pattern.
wavy pattern. She was built after the war, of course. The steel was scarce. The older ones, the standards had the big wide mud guards.
Yeah.
And during the war, they had to
Shorten
make them
them.
less thin. But that's what it was. 4 1947 tractors.
Yeah.
There's 220s.
Yeah.
You didn't do them yet.
No.
Them yet.
No, look, I think we'll leave it at that.
Have you enough?
Yeah, look, we have enough, and look, we still have lots of vintage tractors to go through. I do apologise. I was hoping that this video would have been, the plan with them is to turn them around and line them in that way, put in our tractor. We'll be able to fit in more vintage tractors in here,
Well, that's what this is for, is for the
Yeah.
park or vintage tractors on this.
so that someday we can take them out and restore them maybe in the next 5 years. I'd like to think from from 2021's winter onward, we should be able to get a tractor done a year, now that we actually have space to work at something.
And 4 combines.
And 4 combines and a trasher. Yeah, the list is just...
Trasher now, I don't know.
Add the trasher, we'll do
You
the
handy
trasher.
with timber? I don't think so, no.
Oh, well, you haven't seen me at timber, have you? Didn't I get an A in my leaving cert for woodwork?
Yeah, but that was in school.
That was a sander. That was me just using a sander.
This is real life, man.
Anyways, look, we'll stop talking and ranting. But anyways, that is it. I hope you enjoyed the stories and the vintage tractors. And yeah, I can't promise that there'll be a vintage Thursday next week, because just
Might be every second week. Or
might be every second week. It's just going to be one of these things, but we will eventually
we have a few
get
things
through.
We try to have a few small tractors to pull out.
Yeah, look, it's just one of them
Yeah.
things. So look,
Yeah, I have them running on it.
yeah, well, we like to try and have something going on. It's just
But neither of them.
I did a podcast a week ago. If you want to check that out, there's a link in the description down below. I did it with Agricast, Carl Devani. Great chat with him. If you want to check it out, link in the description down below. You're spreading slurry or working away in the workshop, you can bang it on there and listen to it. Had a good chat.
Tap it up there.
Anyways, look, we'll leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, and sometimes we will have vintage Thursday videos depending on what's
Thrown in
going
here
on.
and there.
Yes, but anyways, we'll leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed it. That is it from me. Please add like and subscribe to the channel. Anyways, that's it from us. Good luck for the last time.
You sure?
Yeah.